Imagine you guys had a center build that had a 95 steal and was a lights out shooter without sacrificing anything in regards to interior defense and rebounding. That's what we finna get into. My 6'8 center build is the definition of a demigod on NBA 2K23. And in this video, I'm gonna show you guys the jump shot I use. I'm gonna show you guys how I play defense, share the attributes, height, weight, so you guys could get on out there and go crazy yourselves. We're also gonna get into the badge loadout so you guys know exactly how to equip your badges on this type of build. I'll share all the strengths and all the weaknesses. After the season 4 update, I have not noticed any weaknesses in this 6'8 center build. We finna get right into it. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. All right, y'all, this video will have chapters so you can fast forward to get the information that you actually need in order to create this build or whatever you want to learn about this build. Check the chapters down below. We finna talk about these clips that I've created over the last couple of days to showcase how good this 6'8 center build is on NBA 2K23. Normally, I'm gonna let these clips play off. Normally, it's using like a small center build in NBA 2K23 or using small and center build. Those words combined together just didn't make sense on 2K23 until the season 4 update. Oh, thank God for the season 4 update because it turned my 6'8 player into a demigod. He is doing absolutely everything out there on the court and he's not sacrificing any interior defense. In fact, I think he's a better interior defender than a lot of you bigs out there. And I've been playing consistently after the season 4 update and I've been matching up against all sorts of big man builds, 7-3s. And not only am I holding my own, I am actually killing them out there. So we finna get into these clips and explain in great detail what we're looking at. Again, this player has a 95 steal. I'm gonna make this a lot larger so we can see what we're working with. A 95 steal is an absolute threat out there, and I want to showcase how I play the passing lane. So let's rewind that right there. I am constantly baiting these passing lanes because after the season 4 update, I'm getting such convenient intercept animations, and this build has interceptor on gold. And for a lot of you folks that run at the perimeter, you're complaining about the interceptor badge, but for some reason on this 6'8 build, my interceptor is activating and it's really proving to be hella useful. You're gonna see on the left side, the dude at the hash right now is gonna take the cut into the paint. And look at where I am, opening up the whole lane to encourage one of those players to cut into the paint. Sure enough, they call the cut in, and you guys are gonna see what happens with this 95 steal. He calls the hash cut. I'm there baiting, and sure enough, he passes it. Easy steal. And that's been my experience consistently on NBA 2K23 after the season 4 update. And I want to showcase this as well because a lot of players are going to say, well, 6'8, you're going to sacrifice boards or you're going to sacrifice interior defense. And that's why I saved all of these clips over the last couple days. You guys see that we have the black jerseys and also just new jerseys. So any clip that you see in this video is after the season 4 update, and later on they updated the jerseys. So this is very recent gameplay. I'm gonna just let these joints play off to showcase what it looks like rebounding against a 7'3 player, or at least 7 foot plus, rebounding easily, beating these boys up because I'm able to get in position early and get a box out. These are some of the benefits that I've noticed with the 6'8 build on NBA 2K23 after the season 4 update. And I'm stressing after the season 4 update because prior to the season 4 update, this player did not play nearly as well as he's doing right now. This is why I was making videos talking about a buff to interior defense, because that's what I have been experiencing with my 6'8 build. You guys are seeing that clip right there, one miss, and here goes another miss, and he's just making them consistently miss. It's like my anchor badge is on steroids, and I don't know what's going on with 2K that they're allowing this to happen, but I am getting some amazing contests. And I wanted to talk about this play in particular right here because this is really, really important. we're going to showcase why I love this 6A build. I wanted to play with this type of play style because, you know, we got a lot of mashers. I know a lot of you guys complain about all the mashers, but we're going to showcase this right here. On this particular play, I cut off the baseline, but normally a lot of you bigs out there cannot play in this particular way because you can't cut off the baseline. They'll just dump it into the paint. Considering I know that I have that gold interceptor, I could cut off the baseline, which I'm guarding, or I'm eliminating that option from the ball handler who has the ball in the corner, and I'm also guarding the big here. So he attempted to take the baseline. He knows that that option is going to be eliminated by my positioning on the court, and he's going to indeed try to just dump it off into the big. He should have thrown an alley-oop. That would have more than likely worked in his favor, but he doesn't, and he goes for the pass into the paint. With that 95 steal, I'm able to get an easy intercept pass. So these are some of the things that I love about this 6A build that allows me to play in front of those folks who want to just dump it into the paint. It really stretches the IQ for the point guard, not to mention he's just a knockdown shooter from limitless range, and I can play up top with this build with that 95 steal and 88 perimeter defense. We are gonna get into the attributes and badge loadout so I could explain how I allocated my badges and hopefully get you guys locked in. I will showcase my jump shot because you see it's nothing but green. After the season 4 update, I changed one of my releases, which I want to explain to you guys. But man, non-stop fun, non-stop dominance out there in the rec center, and I look forward to expanding my gameplay with this 6A build. We're gonna get into attributes, badges, and also like the height and weight in case you guys want to make a build exactly like this. Oh, gotta love it. Another block right here. Let's get into it, man, because I can watch these clips all day. All right, so yeah, see, he's a 6A build at 249 pounds, which is probably heavier than a lot of you center builds out there. A 7'6" wingspan. He is considered a glass cleaning lockdown builds. You guys see 39 defensive badges. We're gonna get into the attributes and I'm gonna explain why I created this build in this way, because this build may not be a proper fit for a lot of your play styles, even considering the teammates that you run with. So I really made a lot of considerations when making this build for the people that I'm actually teamed up with. I'm gonna move my webcam up top just so you guys can see exactly what I'm working with here. We'll start off on the defensive end for this build because I primarily made this build to play a tremendous amount of defense, a hybrid defender that can play up top. This build can guard the 1 through the 5, guard anybody on the court. 83 interior defense, perimeter defense at an 88, so his lateral quickness is tremendously fast, which is what's helping me get into those passing lanes for those passing lane steals. Not to mention the 95 steal, a 93 block. Mind you, I was meeting certain thresholds here. This build was created very smart. I was taking a lot of things into consideration when making this build. A 99 O board with a 92 D board. To highlight the physical attributes, he has an 81 speed, a 94 strength, and 80 vertical. Oh man, and that just makes everything so beautiful. But the main reasons why I said this build may not work for everybody that plays NBA 2K23, dependent on the actual teammates that you run with. Like for instance, if you guys are running with randoms, you may not necessarily want to use a build like this because you're not going to be able to put the ball on the floor. So I want to showcase like why I made like a super low ball handle and a super low speed with ball, and I didn't even put my pass accuracy tremendously high. And the main reason I didn't put my pass accuracy tremendously high is because we run with a point guard that comes right up to me when I grab a board. The R1 L1 outlet pass works better than ever, even with a 70 pass accuracy, but normally I'm iconing to my point guard ASAP after getting a rebound. I definitely made some huge sacrifices on the playmaking end to help get so much defense on this build. 39 defensive badges, 40 after I hit level 39 in season 4. The 83 three ball on this build with the right jump shot, which we're gonna get into as well. I'll share my jump shot with you guys because I definitely don't want to leave you guys stranded. If you're intending to make a build like this, I want you to go out there and play exactly how I'm playing, experience the exact same thing that I'm experiencing. If you guys intend to use this 6A build with a big man mentality, you're gonna suffer out there. Trying to play behind the big man will only hurt you because they'll kill you every time. You're gonna have to play in front of the big man, between the ball handler, and be in those passing lanes. But that 83 three ball, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, is absolutely lights out with the right jump shot. I have an 85 driving dunk. Another thing that I sacrificed on this build was the standing dunk. I could have went up just a little higher, but I made that sacrifice considering that I'm running with consistent teammates that understand you just throw me the lob, that's an easy 2 points, or hit me on the actual drive instead of when I get too far deep in the paint, then I'll be forced into a standing dunk. If you hit me on the drive, I'll be utilizing my driving dunk attribute. These are things that gotta be explained to your teammates. These are the big reasons as to why it's important that you guys are not running with randoms on NBA 2K23. Enhance your experience. Join our Discord community, find some teammates to run with that allows you to build chemistry, allows you to communicate with your teammates so you can make the most out of the builds that you create on NBA 2K23. Let's get into the badge loadout so I can explain the actual badge loadout and you guys can see what I'm working with. Now I've done some changes. I want to showcase this. I'm gonna move my webcam maybe right over here. Maybe that's a good spot right there. Box Out Beast Hall of Fame, that goes without saying. You don't want to sacrifice on Box Out Beast, especially on a smaller build. Now this is the changes that I made. I was testing this build out with Brick Wall on Hall of Fame because, as you guys see in the description, it says increases the effectiveness of screens. It's tough to back down in the post, and the reason why this is important is because when a big man build sees a smaller like center build like myself in the paint, they kind of get hyped and they think immediately, I got a baby in the paint, I'm gonna back them down, drop step them for an easy 2 points. So I had Brick Wall on so they can attempt to back me down. But the third criteria in the Brick Wall badge says it drains energy from opponents on physical contact. And I found that to be really important for those folks who want to back me down in the paint. I'm a house down there, so it's really hard to back this player down even at 6'8". Prior to the update, I was getting back down fairly easy, but after the update, he is just dead like a brick wall in the paint. You can't back him down and then get your energy drained at the same time. So I was running this badge at Hall of Fame. I swapped it out. I swapped the two badges and I dropped my Brick Wall to silver so that I can get the off-ball pest badge. And I think this is tremendously important, and I had to speak about this because what I was noticing on the 6'8" build, everybody that cuts into the paint, 2K kind of takes over your player and motions you and kind of nudges you in particular directions as you get multiple opponents cutting into the paint constantly. So you feel 2K kind of nudging and motioning you, even though you're not moving your controller. And I found that from last night's gameplay, I found out that off-ball pest was the key that I needed. Not to say that I've always been like an advocate for the off-ball pest badge, but on this 5, I've been running Brick Wall on Hall of Fame. So I decided to split those two, and that was the difference maker. Now I'm able to get these little bumps and harasses for those folks that are trying to take the backdoor cuts. If you guys running a pick and roll offense, then consider Brick Wall on Hall of Fame, and you're going to be dropping them on those screens. Definitely something to consider. Workhorse on gold, although I can increase this to Hall of Fame if I needed to, but I haven't noticed after the season 4 update that I needed to equip this any higher. I'm getting some great animations. Pogo stick, Hall of Fame, getting me some great defensive contest animations. But the bread and butter for this build after the season 4 update and the changes that they made to the interceptor badge, at least for me in the paint, working out great, receiving some awesome intercept animations as you guys saw in the clips. Interceptor on gold, glove on gold allows me to come up and blitz ball handlers to get a ton of steals. This is something that I've been doing because they don't expect the center build to blitz. It's never like a ball handler never expects the center build to blitz, and that oftentimes catches them off guard, giving me a ton of steals on the blitz. Chase down on gold, and that can also get increased to Hall of Fame, but I got it on gold. Been getting some amazing animations with chase down on gold. The anchor badge on this particular build. Now, the reason why I keep mentioning this particular build is because I brought out my 7-footer and I had a tremendous amount of badges on that 7-footer as well, but I wasn't getting the same level of contest on a taller build, which is just heartbreaking to me. I don't understand why 2K would make us have smaller builds out there, and a smaller build is getting better contest animations. It just leaves us scratching our head, but I'm not complaining because I love this 6A build and what Anchor is doing for this 6A build. And I guess it's attributed with speed and strength, weight maybe even, but Anchor is getting me to make those guys miss in the paint consistently. Rebound chaser on Hall of Fame. I'll get into the shooting badges and then we'll talk about the actual jump shot so you guys have the right jump shot. These are the shooting badges that I've been working with. Because I'm limited on my shooting badges, I got a total of 17, but as you guys saw in the clips, I am knocking them down with this layout as it is right now. So everything else is just extra, even when I get those 2 additional shooting badge points. But that's what I'm working with. Claymore on gold, an absolute must for me as a spot up shooter. I love what the Claymore badge is doing. Volume shooter and green machine, damn near all you need to be a spot up shooter. Clutch shooter comes in handy as well. That's what we're working with. I'll get you guys the jump shot so you guys could have that jump shot. It's a new jump shot that I've been working with. I changed the release. We're gonna load it up. This is the jump shot that I'm using after the season 4 update. I did have to change my release, and it seems that that was actually affecting my jump shot. I know a lot of you guys are missing after the season 4 update, but I did change my Oscar Robertson portion of this release. LaMelo Ball base, Sadiq Bey release 1, Kobe Bryant release 2, max speed, animation blending, Sadiq Bey 30%. I'll just move this over so you guys see it. Sadiq Bey 30%, Kobe Bryant 70%. I want to make sure that you guys are having the exact same experience as I am, because I shot 9 for 12 in yesterday's game from 3-point land, and it is just a blessing to have a good jump shot and not suffer. I know a lot of you players are suffering after the update, and with the shooting changes, people are telling me that they were shooting 60-70% and now they're down to 40%. I've been actually shooting better than ever with this new jump shot. You guys may want to consider it. Man, I tell you guys, this build has been the saving grace for NBA 2K23. Without this build, I would have probably stopped playing. And I created this build a while ago, but prior to that season 4 update, he was not doing nearly as well as he's doing right now, which is why I felt it was really important for me to make this video for you guys, especially when I'm on live stream and folks are asking what type of build is that you're using to be able to shoot lights out like this. Oh, it's just a blessing, and not sacrifice any level of interior defense or rebounding, but you still get the additional benefit of that 95 steal, and being in those passing lanes just absolutely changes the game for the defense. I did want to touch base on one other aspect within this play style so you guys understand how important it is with this 95 steal and what it actually does for your entire defense. As soon as this clip comes up here, another block right there, 7 foot for what here? This is the play that I'm talking about right here. So the play that we was reviewing earlier, and the positioning that I'm in, eliminating that baseline right here. I think it's the next play right here. I think it's this play right here. Eliminating the baseline allows my corner defender to come high. And that's really important because they get into the passing lanes. That allows everybody to kind of shift over. My corner player will go high, or ideally the corner player will be able to go high, leaving me to play 2 players, and there's no option to pass out for a 3-pointer. And that's part of the play style. That's part of the defensive IQ that you guys, if you guys ever need help with like defensive awareness or defensive IQ, I'm glad to help. You can catch us on our live stream and we'll talk about it. I'm gonna let these clips play off while we wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K23 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.